Hey, what's up, Called Ministry? I'm so excited to be giving you this week's message. This is week 2 of sharing your faith. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Logan, and so I'm so excited that you are watching this, whether you're in Island Family Christian Church, if you're at the space, or if you're at Eva at our house party. Hey, we're so excited that you're joining us today. And again, we're talking about sharing your faith. Last week we talked about, hey, do we know what we believe and why we believe it? Do we have a genuine faith? Because we can't share our faith if we don't know what our faith is. So this week we're going to be talking about, again, that same theme about sharing your faith. But the thing is, some of us want to share our faith, but we don't want to. I know that doesn't really make sense, right? Who would want to share their faith, but at the same time not want to share their faith? Well, let me explain. Let me explain it in a story. A couple years ago, I was at Foot Locker. If you don't know what Foot Locker is, it's a shoe store. And at the time, I was heavily involved in basketball. I played basketball like all the time. And so at Foot Locker, I was looking at these shoes. Actually two shoes. These two basketball shoes. And they were beautiful. They were beautiful basketball shoes. In fact, I have a picture of them right now. Here it is. These are the two basketball shoes. Yes, I look a little bit younger because, again, it was, I think, in 2016, 2017. So this was a couple years ago, but these shoes were amazing. If you don't know who Stephen Curry is, he's a basketball player, and those shoes were actually his signature basketball shoes. And so I wanted them. I tried them on. I got it in my size to try them on. I kind of ran around a little bit, looked in the mirror to see if it looked good. But it looked great. It felt good. And I wanted these shoes. And so I stood in line. I went to the cashier. And, I found out how much these shoes were. All right? These Stephen Curry basketball shoes. They weren't $50. No, they weren't $80. They weren't $100. They weren't even $200. No, these shoes were $350 each. That's, someone say, oh, that's a lot. Yes, right? $350 for shoes. I mean, these shoes were going to probably get ruined because I'll be playing basketball in them 24/7. So I'm like, that's not worth it. So all I have is, again, just that picture of me holding the shoes, but I did not buy the shoe because I was not prepared to pay that price. I was not prepared to pay $350. The thing is, I liked how the shoes felt, I liked how the shoes looked, but I was not prepared to pay the price. And the thing is, that is similar to how it is sharing our faith. All of us like the idea of sharing our faith with people, making Jesus famous. We like how it sounds, we like how it may make us feel, but are you willing to pay the price that it may cost to share our faith? If I'm being honest with you, again, not trying to sugarcoat anything, hey, sometimes the price of sharing our faith comes in many forms. It comes in, some people might tease you for sharing our faith. Some people might bully you for sharing your faith. Some people might even unfollow you on social media. Some people may even stop being your friend because you share your faith. These are some of the prices that we might have to pay if we choose to share our faith. And again, I encourage everyone to share your faith. But I'm just letting you know that there might be a price that you have to pay for doing so. And a lot of times we may go ahead and share our faith and we may not realize this price, and we might get discouraged. We might become scared, even to the point where we get so afraid of sharing our faith that we might not even share it at all. And in fact, not only will we not share our faith, but we might actually start to kind of change the way we act around people. That we're so scared of people teasing us for us being a Christian that we might maybe, listen to music that we may not listen to, but, the cool kids are listening to it, so I'll listen to it. We might start, posting on social media certain posts and certain things just because we know, okay, like majority of people, will agree with me, and so therefore I'll just post it so I get the most likes and so that I become popular. Sometimes we might change the way that we live just so that we can fit in. And so today, I don't want to go into a lot of points. I just want to give you one simple tip that I want to give you to kind of prepare you for the hardships and the struggles that might come our way if we choose to share our faith. And so it's going to be one simple thing that I feel like will help us and even encourage us to push through those struggles and hardships that might come our way, push through those things that might scare us. I believe that if we can just have this thing that I'm going to share with you, that we can truly get past any obstacle while sharing our faith. Now, if you're ready for this thing, say, I'm ready. I'm ready. And here, again, super simple. This is my only point for today's message, and it's this. It is, we need to have even if faith. Someone say, even if faith. Yes, even if faith. What is even if faith? Well, even if faith is more of a mindset. That, hey, even if I get teased, I'm going to share my faith. Even if I get bullied, I'm going to share my faith. Even if some people don't want to be my friend anymore, I'm going to share my faith. Even if I am less popular than I wanted to be, I'm going to share my faith. This is the even if faith that we need to have. I want to close this time with you just to kind of share some practical examples of people who had even if faith. And in fact, you might know him. His name is Jesus Christ, and he had even if faith. Now, we all know the story about Jesus, how he gets caught and arrested, and he gets tortured, and he ends up dying on the cross for you and I. Well, before he actually gets arrested, he actually was praying to God. He was praying to the Father. He was actually in the garden praying to God, hoping that there might be another way for him to save us. And I want to pick it up in Luke 22:41-42. And it says this. It says, he walked away about a stone's throw and knelt down and prayed, Father, if you're willing, please take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet, I want your will to be done, not mine. I love this. Jesus is basically praying, God, if there's any other way that I can save your people, can we do it that way? Like, I don't want to suffer. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want this cup of suffering to come my way. But even if this is the only way, I'm still going to do it. That's the type of faith that Jesus had. He basically said, even if this is the only way, through suffering, through me getting killed, I will continue to share my faith and I'll continue to press on to this goal. Jesus had an even if mentality. Jesus had an even if faith. Jesus said, no matter what, I'll still continue. Even if it's suffering, I'm still going to do it. And so, what an inspiring mindset to have. An even if faith. Coming from Jesus himself. But oftentimes we don't have that faith, right? Sometimes you might even be like Peter. Now, if we continue the story, if we fast forward, right? So Jesus prays his prayer, and then Jesus ultimately gets arrested. And now these people and these officers are looking for even some of Jesus' followers, including Peter, right? And if we pick it up in Luke 22:56-58, it says this: a servant girl noticed him referring to Peter, in the firelight and began staring at him. Finally, she said, "This man was one of Jesus' followers." But Peter denied it. "Woman," he said, "I don't even know him." After a while, someone else looked at him and said, "You must be one of them." He said, "No, man, I'm not," Peter retorted. Right? If you see in this story, Peter's fear gets in the way of his faith, right? Peter sees what happened to Jesus, so when he sees people after him, he goes, "Oh, you know what? That's probably going to happen to me. They're probably going to capture me too and probably torture me and make me suffer as well, so I can't do it. No, I don't know who Jesus is. No, I don't know," right? He forfeits his faith because of his fear. He didn't have the even if faith. He had a faith where it was like, you know what? If I have to go through that, then never mind. No, I don't want to share my faith. I don't want them to know that I'm with Jesus. I don't want them to know that I've been sharing my faith alongside of him. So if this suffering's coming my way, no, I don't want to do it. I'll back out. No, I don't know who Jesus is. I don't know what faith they're talking about, right? Peter had so much fear of what might happen to him. Peter wasn't willing to pay that price. And so instead of sharing his faith, he hid his faith. And so who are you in this story? I want to ask you this simple question. Do you have fear like Peter or faith like Jesus? Do you have fear like Peter or faith like Jesus? Are you like Peter, where when tough times come your way, you're going to shy away and you're going to hide your faith? Or are you going to have faith like Jesus? And even if faith, hey, no matter what comes my way, even if suffering comes my way, even if hardships come my way, I'm still going to continue to do God's work, and I'm going to continue to share my faith. Who are you? I hope that we all can strive to be like Jesus, to have faith like Jesus, to have an even if faith. If right now you're more like a Peter, where you get scared and maybe you tend to hide your faith or shy away from your faith when times get tough, it's okay, but now with the information, now with this mentality that I share with you, I hope that we can turn from that fear like Peter and turn towards faith like Jesus. Again, I encourage everyone today, I encourage everyone to share your faith. Share your faith. But I'm here to tell you today just about some warning that, hey, sharing your faith might come with a price. And a price that I'm hoping that you're willing to pay. And a price, specifically for youth, is the price of being teased, a price of getting bullied, a price of not being as popular as you want to be, a price of losing some friends that you have. This is some of the price that we might pay, but I'm telling you that these prices that we might face, these struggles and hardships we might face, I'm telling you it's worth it. It's worth it for Jesus. Share your faith no matter what. Even if hard times come your way, continue to share your faith. Because God will bless you and God is with you. That's all you really need on your side. As long as you have Jesus in your corner, you can do all things. So let's have that even if faith, so that we can truly make Jesus famous. And well, Call, I hope you enjoyed this message today. And so why don't you guys close your eyes, bow your heads, as a house party leader closes you guys out in prayer.